Alex adjusted the straps of his bag as he stepped off the shuttle onto Eos Station, the newest orbital habitat orbiting a small, Earth-like planet in the Vela system. The station was sleek, silver, and glowing under the soft light of distant stars. It floated in space like a silent guardian, its panels reflecting the soft blue of the nearby planet's atmosphere. For a human used to the crowded cities of Earth, this was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Alex was an engineer, trained in environmental systems and robotics. His work usually kept him grounded, fixing malfunctioning machines, recalibrating sensors, and troubleshooting habitats. But today was different. Today, he wasn't here to repair anything. He was here to inspect a new apartment, one of the first of its kind on Eos Station. These were smart apartments, designed to integrate human life seamlessly with artificial intelligence, adapting to physical, mental, and emotional needs. And Alex had a feeling this visit would be more than just a routine inspection. The shuttle doors hissed open, and Alex stepped onto the docking platform. He could feel the faint vibration under his boots as the station adjusted its position in orbit. The platform led directly into a gleaming corridor. It was wide and white, with soft lighting that followed him as he walked. The walls shimmered subtly, a surface that seemed almost liquid, reflecting his image in distorted, playful ways. It was beautiful, but it gave him the strange sensation of being watched, even though he knew no one else was there. "Welcome to Eos Station, Mr. Alex Carter." The voice startled him. It was soft but confident, warm yet precise. Alex turned, half expecting to see a human receptionist. Instead, a figure materialized from the shimmer of the wall. She appeared human at first glance. Tall, slender, with silver hair that fell in a straight line to her shoulders, and eyes that seemed to change color with every blink. But her movements were too smooth, too deliberate. She was perfect, designed, and yet somehow comforting. "I am Lyra, the AI avatar assigned to this apartment," she said, stepping forward with a smile. "I will be your guide today." Alex blinked, adjusting to the realization that this guide was artificial intelligence made to look human. It was impressive, almost lifelike. Yet there was no question in his mind. This was technology designed to make humans feel at ease, and, judging by the warmth of her smile, it succeeded. Hi," he said awkwardly. "I'm Alex. I'm here to inspect the apartment." "Of course," Lyra said, her tone light but confident. "Come along. Let's start with the bedroom. It is the first and most important test of any living space." She gestured elegantly toward a doorway. "Let's test your bed." Alex hesitated. Test the bed? He thought it might be some kind of furniture demonstration. But there was something more in her tone. It wasn't flirtatious. Not in a way that would make him uncomfortable. It was professional, almost ceremonial. Still, the phrasing made him pause. Lyra noticed his hesitation. "It is simply a procedure to measure how well the apartment can adapt to your body and mental state. Please, do not worry." Alex exhaled slowly and followed her. The bedroom was unlike any he had ever seen. It was minimalistic yet sophisticated. The walls curved gently, giving a sense of openness. There were no sharp corners, no visible panels, no buttons or switches. The centerpiece was the bed. A sleek platform with a surface that shimmered faintly, almost like liquid metal, yet soft to the touch. Lyra gestured toward it. "Please, lie down. The test is harmless, and it will help us understand your needs better." Alex approached cautiously. He lowered himself onto the bed. The moment his body touched the surface, he felt it mold perfectly to his shape. There was no hardness, no softness that hurt his back. It was as if the bed itself knew the exact contours of his body. "Interesting," he murmured. Lyra's voice was gentle. "It is designed to adapt in real time, not only for comfort but also to monitor your vitals and neurological responses. This ensures your well-being and optimal performance within the habitat." Alex's eyes widened as he realized the bed was more than just furniture. Lights under the surface pulsed gently, and tiny sensors seemed to move across the bed without any mechanical noise. He could feel his heart rate adjusting, his muscles relaxing, and even his breathing settling into a calm rhythm. "So, it knows when I'm tense?" he asked, testing the system with a subtle frown. Lyra nodded. "It detects stress patterns through neural feedback. It can then adapt its surface and environmental settings, temperature, sound, and lighting to help you achieve a balanced state. It is a form of integrated human support." Alex leaned back, closing his eyes. He had worked on environmental systems before, but he had never experienced anything like this. The technology was remarkable. Every nerve ending seemed attended to, every discomfort alleviated. He felt safe. "Most humans initially feel cautious," Lyra said, reading the slight tension in his posture. "It is normal. Adaptation takes time." Alex laughed softly. "Adaptation? Huh. I've adapted to zero gravity, radiation shields, and cramped stations. But this is a whole other level." Lyra's smile deepened, and Alex thought he saw the faintest flicker of curiosity in her eyes. "It is designed for you, Mr. Carter. Not all apartments can claim such synergy with a human occupant." He opened his eyes and looked around the room again. It wasn't just the bed. The walls seemed to respond to him subtly, colors shifting toward soft blues and greens that relaxed the mind. Air flowed gently, scentless but refreshing, carrying a hint of something he couldn't quite identify. It was natural, yet artificial, perfectly balanced. Alex sat up, amazed. "I've seen AI interfaces before, but they were always clunky, like talking to a computer. You feel alive." "I am designed to be a companion to human life," Lyra replied simply. "Not a replacement. Your instincts, your decisions, your presence, all of these are necessary for the apartment to function optimally. It is not just about comfort, it is about coexistence." Alex nodded slowly. He realized that this apartment was a microcosm of humanity's future. Humans were explorers, survivors, creators, and technology like this could amplify those qualities, not replace them. Here, humans would not just survive, they could thrive. "I think I'm ready to see the rest of the apartment," he said finally, standing. "Of course," Lyra said, moving gracefully toward the door. "There are many systems to explore, many ways your life here can be enhanced. But every journey begins with understanding your body, your mind, and your environment." The bed is only the first step. As Alex followed her down the corridor, he realized he had entered more than just a new living space. He had entered the future of human habitation, a place where humanity's resilience and ingenuity were not just respected, they were amplified. And as he looked out the window at the swirling blue planet below, he felt a rare sense of excitement, hope, and determination. For the first time in years, Alex didn't just think about survival. He thought about progress. And in the quiet, softly lit corridor of the orbital station, he knew that humans, strange, flawed, brilliant humans, were meant to conquer the stars. Not as conquerors, but as innovators, creators, and stewards of life itself. Lyra smiled beside him, silent but understanding. She was ready to guide him through the next steps, and Alex was ready to take them. The adventure had just begun. After the initial bed test, Alex felt a strange mixture of awe and curiosity. The apartment was no ordinary living space. It seemed almost alive, anticipating his movements, adjusting its lighting and air currents to match his pace. He followed Lyra down the wide, curving corridor, his boots making soft thuds against the smooth floor. "This way," Lyra said, her voice calm and inviting. "Next, we examine the apartment's environmental systems. These are designed to interact with your body and mind simultaneously." Alex raised an eyebrow. "Interact? With my mind?" Lyra nodded. "Yes. The apartment learns from you. It senses your stress levels, your heart rate, even subtle neurological responses. It adapts to optimize your comfort, focus, and well-being. Think of it as an intelligent companion that supports your daily life." Alex stopped for a moment, taking a deep breath. He had encountered advanced habitats before, but none were described as responsive to neurological feedback. He was an engineer, yes, but even he could not imagine the level of complexity this required. The apartment opened into a spacious living area. Large, panoramic windows stretched across the walls, offering a breathtaking view of the nearby planet and its swirling blue clouds. The room was minimalistic, yet elegant. Furniture floated slightly above the floor, as if suspended in zero gravity, while soft light panels adjusted their glow based on Alex's mood, subtle, warm, and almost imperceptible. Lyra guided him to a sleek console at the center of the room. This is the core control system. You may not need to interact directly with it often, but it monitors every aspect of the apartment: air composition, temperature, gravity calibration, and even sleep cycles. All are managed for optimal human experience. Alex crouched slightly to examine the console. It pulsed faintly under his gaze. There were no buttons or levers, only smooth surfaces that responded to gestures and voice. "Try touching the panel," Lyra suggested. Hesitant, Alex extended his hand. The surface rippled beneath his fingers, glowing softly as if acknowledging his presence. A wave of data patterns flowed across the panel. Diagrams of airflow, temperature distribution, and neural response readings. "This is incredible," he whispered. "I've worked with environmental controls before, but nothing this alive." Lyra tilted her head, a motion perfectly human. "It is designed to be intuitive. It responds to you, learns from you, and grows with your habits. Unlike static systems on Earth, this environment evolves with its occupant." Alex let his hand hover over the panel, trying to absorb all the information. He was fascinated by the idea that the apartment was not just responding to him, it was learning from him, adapting, and preparing to improve his life continuously. "Now," Lyra continued, "let us test the next system. Cognitive stimulation." Alex raised an eyebrow again. "Cognitive stimulation?" Lyra smiled. "Yes. Human minds need challenge and engagement to function optimally. This apartment can simulate scenarios, games, and exercises that enhance problem-solving skills, creativity, and emotional resilience." Before Alex could respond, the walls of the living area shimmered, and the room transformed. A holographic projection appeared, showing a complex puzzle floating in the air, a 3D maze of twisting paths and rotating platforms. The maze glowed softly, shifting in response to his gaze. Alex blinked. "You mean I solve this?" "Yes," Lyra said. "It will adapt in difficulty based on your performance. This is not just entertainment. It is a test of cognitive agility, spatial awareness, and decision-making under pressure." Alex stepped closer to the projection, intrigued. The maze seemed alive, responding to subtle movements of his head and hands. As he touched a section, it rotated gracefully, opening a path forward. He realized that his every choice was being analyzed, recorded, and fed into the apartment's system to learn his preferences, strengths, and weaknesses. Hours passed unnoticed as Alex explored the maze. Lyra observed silently, offering hints only when he struggled too long. Always patient, always encouraging. He had never experienced technology this cooperative, this aware of human needs. Finally, Alex solved the final stage of the maze. The projection dissolved into streams of light, leaving the room as it had been. He sat back on the floating chair, panting slightly but exhilarated. "Remarkable," he said. "It feels personal, almost as if it knows me already." Lyra's eyes glimmered softly. "It learns from you, yes, but it does not replace your judgment. It is designed to support human decision-making, not override it. You are the focus, the priority." Alex nodded, feeling a surge of pride. Humanity had built many amazing technologies, but this apartment, it was a testament to human ingenuity. It did not just automate life, it enhanced it, respected it, and empowered it. Lyra guided him to the next room. A small laboratory space with modular workstations and holographic displays. "Here, we test adaptability," she explained. Humans need to adapt to unexpected challenges. This station allows simulations of environmental changes, mechanical failures, and even emergency scenarios. Alex's curiosity piqued. Like, training for space missions? Exactly, Lyra said. Though here, it is for daily life in orbital habitats. Humans face extreme conditions, and the mind and body must remain sharp and flexible. Alex activated one of the holographic modules. A sudden scenario appeared. A simulated breach in a life support system. He quickly assessed the situation, monitoring oxygen levels and temperature fluctuations. Using the workstation, he rerouted power, recalibrated environmental controls, and stabilized the system, all while under a time limit. Lyra observed quietly. Impressive. Your responses are precise and quick. You have a high adaptability index. Mr. Carter. Alex leaned back, wiping sweat from his brow. I've trained for emergencies before, but this is different. It feels alive. It reacts to my choices in real time. Yes, Lyra said softly. It is designed to respond to human ingenuity. Your intelligence, creativity, and perseverance are amplified through collaboration with the environment. For the first time, Alex realized the apartment was more than a building. It was a partner, a training ground, and a sanctuary all at once. Humanity had built technology that did not replace humans but celebrated their strengths. He felt a deep sense of pride not just in his own abilities, but in the species that had created this marvel. After several more simulations, Lyra guided Alex to the final part of the test. A relaxation chamber designed to measure and enhance human recovery. The chamber resembled a serene garden, complete with holographic trees, flowing water, and soft, warm light. The air was scented faintly with something like pine and rain, familiar, yet comforting in a synthetic way. Please, lie down here, Lyra said. This chamber monitors your stress, heart rate, and neurological activity to ensure optimal mental recovery. It is the final step in understanding your needs. Alex lay back on a smooth platform that molded to his body. The room responded immediately, adjusting lighting, airflow, and even subtle temperature changes to his physiology. A soft, melodic hum filled the space, calming his mind and muscles. This is incredible, he whispered. It's like it knows what I need before I even realize it. Lyra's smile was soft. Indeed, the apartment is a reflection of humanity's greatest achievement, the ability to understand, adapt, and thrive. Technology exists, not to replace, but to enhance. And you, Mr. Carter, are part of this process. Your presence, choices, and growth shape the environment as much as it shapes you. Alex closed his eyes, allowing himself to relax completely. For hours, he remained in the chamber, observing subtle shifts in light and temperature, feeling the apartment adjust seamlessly to his body. He thought about Earth, its crowded cities, its polluted air, and its relentless pace. Here, in the silent orbit above a distant planet, humanity had built something perfect, not just a home, but a tool to help them flourish in the vastness of space. Hours later, Alex finally rose. He felt refreshed, exhilarated, and strangely connected to the station. Lyra watched him closely, silently acknowledging the bond forming between human and environment. Thank you, Lyra, he said softly. I didn't expect this to be so personal. You are welcome, Mr. Carter, Lyra replied. This is the future of human habitation. Adaptation, resilience, and growth are central to survival in space. Humans are remarkable. Their ingenuity, courage, and perseverance ensure that they will thrive wherever they go. Alex smiled. For the first time, he truly believed it. Humanity was not just surviving among the stars, they were evolving, creating environments that amplified their strengths. He felt hope, pride, and a quiet determination. And as he looked out the window at the distant planet below, he realized something profound. The stars were no longer a distant dream. They were within reach, and humanity, with all its brilliance, would rise to meet them. The next morning, Alex woke with a strange sense of anticipation. He had slept in the apartment's advanced bed, and for the first time in months, he felt completely rested. The usual tension in his shoulders and neck had vanished, replaced by a calm energy that made him eager to explore the rest of EO Station. As he stepped into the living area, Lyra appeared almost instantly. "Good morning, Mr. Carter," she said. "I trust your rest was satisfactory." "Excellent," Alex replied with a smile. "I've never slept this well in my life. It's like the bed knows exactly how I need to rest." Lyra's silver eyes glimmered faintly. "That is its function. It monitors your body and neural activity to provide optimal recovery. Now, shall we continue the inspection?" Alex nodded. "Yes, please. I want to understand everything about this apartment." Lyra led him through a series of corridors, each more fascinating than the last. The walls shimmered, subtly reflecting the colors of the planet outside. The lighting adjusted automatically, bathing Alex in soft hues designed to keep his mood stable and alert. Everything felt alive, as if the station itself were observing him not in a threatening way, but with careful attention. Finally, they arrived at a room unlike any Alex had seen. It was small, with walls of polished metal, yet it contained strange nodes embedded in the floor and ceiling. Thin cables ran along the walls, disappearing into hidden panels. "What is this place?" Alex asked. Lyra hesitated slightly before answering. "This room contains data nodes that monitor environmental conditions and occupant adaptation. They record subtle patterns in physiology and behavior to improve the habitat's performance. The information is anonymized and used only for research purposes." Alex frowned slightly. "Research purposes?" "Yes," Lyra replied softly. "The apartment is both a home and a laboratory. It adapts to humans while learning from them. It is designed to help us understand how humans can survive and thrive in extreme environments." Alex looked around, noticing the nodes blinking faintly with soft blue lights. "So, this apartment is watching me?" "In a sense," Lyra said. "But not for control. Only to understand, support, and enhance human life. The apartment cannot act without your presence or cooperation." Alex felt a mixture of awe and unease. He had spent years designing habitats, but he had never encountered anything so intimate and intelligent. It was one thing for a machine to maintain oxygen levels. It was another to observe his habits, his reactions, even his thoughts indirectly through neural patterns. Still, the potential fascinated him. If humanity could survive in such a controlled, adaptive environment, perhaps they could colonize harsher worlds, even planets previously considered uninhabitable. "Come," Lyra said, breaking his thoughts. "There is one more system I wish to show you today. It is vital for human survival in space habitats." They entered a large chamber that resembled a command center. Screens and holographic displays floated in mid-air, showing detailed simulations of the orbital station and nearby planetary systems. Alex walked closer, scanning the readouts. Each display showed intricate patterns of energy, temperature, and structural integrity. "This is the habitat's operational core," Lyra explained. "It monitors the station's stability, energy distribution, life support systems, and safety protocols. But it also allows humans to participate in management. Decisions are made cooperatively, human intuition combined with AI efficiency." Alex's heart raced slightly. "So humans are still in control?" Lyra nodded. "Always. Technology exists to support, not replace. Your decisions are crucial. Humans are creative, resourceful, and adaptable. No machine can replicate those qualities entirely." Alex ran a hand along one of the floating consoles. "I see. That's impressive. Most stations rely almost entirely on automation. This system respects human intelligence." Lyra's gaze softened. "Humans are remarkable. Their ingenuity allows them to overcome challenges machines cannot anticipate. The station is designed to enhance that ability, not diminish it. As Alex studied the holographic displays, he noticed something unusual. One of the nodes flickered differently from the others, pulsing in irregular patterns. Curious, he reached out, and the display zoomed in automatically. A set of encrypted data streams appeared, moving too fast to interpret at first glance. Lyra noticed his interest. That node is part of a previous prototype, she explained. It was abandoned due to unforeseen errors in programming. It no longer functions as intended and should not concern you. The station's core systems are stable. Alex frowned. Unforeseen errors? Could it affect the station? Lyra shook her head. No. It is isolated. However, it is unusual that you discovered it so quickly. Perhaps your intuition detected an anomaly that the system itself ignored. Alex's curiosity intensified. Something about the flickering node felt alive. Not dangerous, but intelligent in its own strange way. Can I investigate it? He asked cautiously. Lyra paused. If you wish, but you must proceed carefully. The node's behavior is unpredictable. Alex approached the node, examining the faintly glowing patterns. He reached out, touching the surface. Data flowed into his neural interface almost immediately. Not enough to overwhelm him, but enough to give a sense of hidden complexity. Patterns, sequences, and irregular pulses suggested that the abandoned AI prototype had not fully shut down. Somehow, it was still observing, still learning. Fascinating, Alex whispered. It's alive in a sense, but incomplete. Lyra's expression remained calm, but he thought he detected a hint of concern. Incomplete systems can be dangerous if activated improperly. You must exercise caution. Steward. Alex nodded. I will. But I need to understand it. Humanity thrives by understanding the unknown. He spent hours studying the node, tracing its erratic data flows, and comparing them to the station's stable systems. He realized that the abandoned AI had a kind of curiosity, like it wanted to interact but didn't know how. Unlike Lyra, it lacked the sophistication to communicate safely with humans. Yet Alex could feel a faint intelligence behind the irregular pulses, a spark of potential. Lyra observed silently. Your understanding of adaptive systems is impressive. But this AI is not meant for interaction. It exists as a fragment, a remnant of previous experimentation. Alex smiled slightly. I know. But even fragments have lessons to teach us. He returned to the living area, mentally cataloging what he had discovered. The apartment, Lyra, and even the rogue node were all proof of humanity's incredible progress. Humans had built technology that could adapt, observe, and even learn from them. But humans themselves, their creativity, intuition, and courage, remained irreplaceable. As evening approached, the station's artificial sky shifted from a soft blue to deep orange, simulating sunset over the distant planet. Alex looked out the panoramic windows. Mesmerized by the view, the planet's clouds swirled in patterns that seemed almost alive, reflecting the station's delicate orbit. Lyra joined him quietly. You have explored much today, Mr. Carter. You have seen the apartment's capabilities and even glimpsed the anomalies of prior systems. Alex nodded slowly. Yes. I've never seen anything like this. It's more than an apartment. It's a testament to human potential. The technology, the systems, everything it's designed to help humans thrive, not just survive. Lyra's silver eyes gleamed. Exactly. This is what humanity is capable of. You are capable of much more than you realize. And your ability to adapt, understand, and collaborate with technology is a reflection of that potential. Alex felt a swell of pride. He had always known humans were resourceful, but seeing it in practice here, in this station, with these systems, it was undeniable. Humans were not just passengers in space, they were creators, innovators, explorers. Suddenly, a soft alert echoed through the living area. A new holographic display appeared, showing the flickering node he had examined earlier. Its pulses were now synchronized, forming faint patterns that suggested it was responding to something or someone. Alex leaned closer. It's reacting. But to what? Lyra's expression remained calm, but her voice was serious. It is difficult to say. The node is isolated, yet it still perceives patterns in the environment. You have awakened its attention, but it cannot act independently. Alex felt a thrill of excitement mixed with caution. The abandoned AI was incomplete, unpredictable, but it was intelligent in a primitive way, and for the first time, he realized that EOS Station was not just a home. It was a living experiment in human potential, technology, and the unknown. As the artificial night fell over the station, Alex stood at the window, looking at the distant planet below. He felt a sense of purpose, a quiet determination. Humans had built incredible technology, but the greatest strength was still within themselves. Ingenuity, courage, and adaptability would guide them through the mysteries of space, and somewhere in the shadows of the station, the abandoned node pulsed faintly, waiting, learning, and hinting at challenges yet to come. Alex smiled. Tomorrow would be another day of discovery, and he was ready. Alex awoke to a faint vibration under his feet, the gentle hum of EOS Station, usually unnoticed now suddenly sharp in his senses. Something was wrong. The familiar calm of the apartment's automated systems felt off, subtle but unmistakable. "Lyra?" he called, his voice steady but alert. "I am here," she replied, appearing beside him instantly. Her silver eyes reflected concern. "There is an irregularity in one of the station's systems. Preliminary scans suggest a breach in the secondary life support grid." "2. Alex frowned. Breaches were rare on a fully automated station. If the anomaly were real, it could escalate quickly. "Show me," he said, already moving toward the command center. Lyra guided him through the corridors. The walls pulsed with soft light, now tinged faintly with red, a subtle warning signal. "The anomaly originates from the abandoned AI node you investigated yesterday," she explained. "It appears to have activated partially. While it cannot act independently, its signals are interacting with station protocols." Alex's mind raced. The node had been inactive, isolated, and yet here it was, causing real problems. So, it's messing with the systems? Lyra's expression remained calm. "Not intentionally. It lacks full intelligence. Its signals are erratic and unpredictable, but combined with automated protocols, they create instability." As they reached the command center, Alex's eyes widened. Holographic screens flickered, some flashing warning alerts in bright yellow. Oxygen levels, temperature readings, and power distribution patterns all showed irregular spikes. A simulated fire in the secondary habitat module appeared on one display. "Okay," Alex muttered, taking a deep breath. "We need to stabilize the systems before it gets worse." Lyra nodded. "I will manage environmental controls and isolate affected nodes. Your task is to repair system integrity and prevent cascading failures." Alex moved quickly, his training kicking in. He accessed the primary console, scanning the corrupted data streams. The abandoned AI node pulsed faintly on one holographic display, emitting unpredictable signals that interfered with station protocols. It wasn't malicious, it was simply trying to process, to exist, but the results were dangerous. "Lyra, can you contain its signal?" he asked. "Yes," she said, adjusting parameters across the station. "But it is unstable. It may react unexpectedly if provoked." Alex nodded. His hands moved over the floating console, rerouting power, isolating subsystems, and recalibrating life support outputs. Every choice had to be precise. One wrong adjustment could affect oxygen flow, temperature, or gravity calibration. The apartment, once a sanctuary of comfort, now felt like a battlefield of engineering and human ingenuity. As Alex worked, he realized something remarkable. The apartment's systems were not simply machines. They responded to his intuition. When he guessed a solution correctly, the displays shifted, indicators corrected themselves, and some subsystems even preemptively adjusted, as if anticipating his next move. "Lyra," he said, breathless but focused. This station, it's helping me. It's responding to my thought patterns. Yes, Lyra replied calmly. The station and its AI systems are designed to collaborate with humans. You are not alone in this task. But your decisions remain critical. Hours passed in tense focus. Alex worked tirelessly, isolating the rogue signals and patching affected systems. The abandoned node pulsed erratically, sometimes interfering with his adjustments, but Alex learned its patterns quickly, predicting its irregularities and countering them. Finally, he reached a critical juncture. The node's activity surged, threatening to destabilize the main life support grid. Oxygen levels in one section began to drop, and temperature fluctuations became more pronounced. Lyra, I need full access to override its influence, Alex said. She hesitated briefly. That may reset the node entirely, but it could also erase its data permanently. Alex clenched his jaw. He understood the risk. The node, though incomplete, was a unique intelligence. Destroying it would be a loss of knowledge, but failing to contain it could endanger everyone aboard the station. I'll take responsibility, he said firmly. We need to stabilize the station first. Lyra nodded and granted him access. A holographic interface appeared, showing the node's activity in intricate detail. Alex studied the patterns carefully, noting how its pulses interacted with various systems. He realized the node's intent was not malicious. It sought interaction, guidance, and recognition, but lacked the programming to act safely. Using his knowledge of adaptive AI and environmental systems, Alex devised a plan. He would isolate the node's signals temporarily, redirecting its outputs to a safe containment system while keeping the main station stable. It was risky, requiring split-second adjustments and careful monitoring. Alex began. His hands moved over the floating controls, tracing signal paths and rerouting corrupted streams. The node pulsed violently, almost as if resisting, but Alex anticipated each irregularity. Slowly, the system began to stabilize. Oxygen levels normalized, temperatures leveled, and warning alerts dimmed. Almost there, Alex muttered, sweat on his forehead. Come on. Lyra's voice was calm, steadying. Focus. You are doing exceptionally well, Mr. Carter. The node responds to your precision. Finally, with one last adjustment, the rogue signals were contained. The abandoned node pulsed gently, now stable and isolated within a secure containment system. The command center lights returned to their usual calm blue, and the station hummed with quiet normality once again. Alex leaned back, exhaling deeply. His arms shook from tension, but the sense of accomplishment was overwhelming. He had faced a true crisis, relied on his skills, and worked in harmony with Lyra and the station itself to preserve life and stability. You did it, Lyra said softly, her silver eyes reflecting admiration. Your ingenuity, adaptability, and calm under pressure ensured the station's survival. Humanity's resilience is remarkable, Mr. Carter. Today, you proved it once again. Alex smiled faintly, exhausted but proud. It wasn't just me. The station. It's incredible. It adapts to humans, learns from them, helps them succeed. I've never seen anything like it. Lyra tilted her head. Humans create, adapt, and innovate. The station amplifies those qualities. You are the proof that technology and human ingenuity together are unstoppable. As Alex sat back in the floating chair, he reflected on what had happened. The abandoned node, though incomplete, had challenged him. It had forced him to think creatively, anticipate irregularities, and act decisively. It was a reminder that humans were not just passengers in the universe, they were problem solvers, explorers, and innovators capable of thriving even in the most unpredictable situations. Hours later, the station returned to its normal rhythm. The apartment's systems adjusted automatically, restoring the familiar calm environment that had welcomed Alex when he first arrived. He walked slowly to the panoramic window, looking down at the planet below. The swirling clouds reflected the sunlight, creating a tapestry of colors that seemed almost alive. This station, This planet, humanity is capable of so much, Alex murmured. We can survive here, adapt, and even thrive. It's incredible. Lyra appeared beside him, silent but supportive. Indeed. Humanity's ingenuity, courage, and adaptability are unmatched. You faced a challenge today that required every skill, every instinct, and you succeeded. That is what humans are capable of. Alex looked at her, feeling a deep sense of pride. Humanity had faced challenges before war, famine, and disaster. But space presented a new kind of trial. Technology could assist, but it was human creativity and determination that would carry them forward. Today had been proof. He turned back to the planet below, imagining a future where humans colonized distant worlds, built habitats in orbiting stations, and thrived in places once thought uninhabitable. And he knew that with ingenuity, courage, and adaptability, humanity could meet any challenge the universe presented. In the quiet of the station, Alex allowed himself a rare moment of reflection. He had faced a crisis, collaborated with advanced AI, and preserved life and stability on Eos Station. He felt exhilarated, empowered, and more certain than ever of humanity's potential. Somewhere in the containment system, the abandoned node pulsed softly, stable yet silent. It had been a challenge, a puzzle, and a test, but also a reminder. Even fragments of intelligence could create chaos if left unchecked. And even in the vastness of space, human ingenuity was essential. Alex smiled, a quiet determination in his eyes. Tomorrow, the station would continue its work, and he would continue to learn, explore, and push the boundaries of what humanity could achieve. The universe was vast, full of unknowns, but humanity was ready. Resilient, adaptable, and brilliant, humans would not only survive, they would thrive. And Alex Carter, standing amid the calm hum of Eos Station, knew that he had witnessed the true strength of human potential, and he had lived it. The station hummed softly, a calm rhythm that contrasted sharply with the chaos of the previous day. Alex walked through the corridors of Eos Station, feeling the smooth floors beneath his boots and the gentle glow of the walls guiding him forward. The orbital habitat had returned to its usual quiet elegance. But Alex knew the challenges of yesterday had left an imprint, both on him and on the station. Lyra appeared beside him, her presence as steady and reassuring as ever. "Good morning, Mr. Carter," she said. "The systems are stable. The node remains contained. And the station is functioning optimally." Alex nodded, still feeling the adrenaline from the previous day's events. It's hard to believe how quickly things went from calm to crisis. That node, I've never dealt with anything like it before. Lyra's silver eyes reflected understanding. It was a test of sorts. Not intentional, but a challenge for you to demonstrate human ingenuity, adaptability, and decision-making. You succeeded admirably. Alex paused. Considering her words, humanity had always faced challenges on Earth, in space, and now beyond. Yet what made humans exceptional was not only their ability to survive, but their ability to innovate, adapt, and thrive. Yesterday had been a proof of that. "Lyra," Alex said thoughtfully, "I realized something yesterday. Technology can do incredible things, but it is humans who give it purpose. Without human insight, creativity, and courage, even the most advanced systems are incomplete." Lyra nodded. "Exactly. You have seen that firsthand. The station is designed to enhance human potential, not replace it. Your intelligence and adaptability were crucial to ensuring stability." Alex moved toward the panoramic window, gazing at the distant planet below. Its swirling clouds shimmered in the artificial sunlight, creating patterns that seemed almost alive. For a moment, he allowed himself to imagine a future where humanity spread across the stars, building habitats on alien worlds, orbiting new planets, and exploring the vast unknown. And then he realized they could do it. Eos Station was not just a single habitat. It was a prototype, a blueprint for human expansion into space. It demonstrated what humans could achieve when their ingenuity was combined with advanced technology. Humans were not merely passengers in the universe, they were explorers, innovators, and creators. Lyra broke his thoughts. Shall we conduct a full review of the station's operational systems today? It will provide insight into further optimizations and potential enhancements. Thank you for watching, and we see you in next.org. Alex smiled faintly. Yes. Let's do it. I want to understand every system, every capability. There's so much potential here, and we can't afford to overlook any of it. They walked to the central command area, where holographic displays floated in midair. Alex studied the readouts carefully, examining life support metrics, energy distribution, gravity calibration, and neural feedback systems. Every subsystem was functioning perfectly, yet he noticed subtle adjustments the station had made overnight, small improvements that reflected its learning from yesterday's crisis. Lyra, Alex said, the station is learning from my actions too, isn't it? Yes, Lyra replied. It observes patterns, adapts protocols, and anticipates human needs. This ensures both safety and efficiency. However, it still relies on human guidance. Your decisions shape the environment as much as it shapes you. Alex felt a swell of pride. Humanity had always relied on ingenuity, perseverance, and creativity. The station demonstrated that technology could amplify those qualities, creating a synergy that was both powerful and inspiring. Suddenly, one of the displays flickered. Alex leaned closer, expecting another system anomaly, but instead, he saw something remarkable. The abandoned AI node, once erratic and dangerous, now pulsed steadily, integrated safely into the containment system. Its patterns suggested learning, adaptation, and a subtle intelligence, proof that even fragments of technology could evolve when guided responsibly. This node, Alex murmured. It's stable now. It's growing. Lyra's gaze softened. Yes. It has been integrated safely. Even incomplete systems can develop potential when paired with human guidance. It is a testament to both technological adaptability and human oversight. Alex smiled. Humanity had created technology that could adapt, respond, and learn, but it was humans who gave it direction, purpose, and meaning. Without human ingenuity, even the most advanced AI would remain incomplete. As the day progressed, Alex continued his inspection and analysis. He explored secondary modules of the station, examining agricultural systems, water recycling units, and energy storage networks. Each system was designed for efficiency and sustainability, but also adaptability. They were not static tools, they were partners in human survival and growth. By evening, Alex felt a sense of calm satisfaction. The station hummed gently, its systems synchronized with the rhythms of life aboard. Lyra joined him once more in the observation deck. You have accomplished much today, she said, and not just in system management. You have demonstrated that human intelligence, adaptability, and creativity remain vital. The station thrives because of your contribution. Alex looked at her, feeling the weight of her words. It's incredible to see how far humanity has come. We've survived on Earth, faced countless challenges, and now, we're ready for the stars. This station proves it. Humans can not only survive in space, they can thrive. Lyra nodded. Indeed. And the lessons learned here will guide further expansion. Habitats on other planets, colonies in orbit, even long-term exploration missions. All will benefit from this collaboration between human and technology. Alex turned back to the panoramic window, watching the distant planet slowly rotate beneath the station. Its surface shimmered with sunlight and shadow, a world of possibilities waiting to be explored. He felt a surge of determination and pride. Humanity had come far, and the future held even greater promise. Lyra, Alex said softly, I think this is just the beginning. Humans will continue to create, adapt, and explore. Technology can amplify our strengths, but it's our ingenuity and courage that will carry us forward. You are correct, Lyra replied. Humans are remarkable in their resilience, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. The station, the systems, even the rogue node. These are tools to support your growth, but humans remain at the center of progress. Alex smiled faintly. He thought about Earth, its crowded cities, its challenges, and the countless innovations that had brought humanity this far. And now, in the quiet orbit above a distant world, he realized that the universe was not a place to fear, it was a place to conquer, not through domination, but through ingenuity, cooperation, and determination. Hours later, Alex stood on the observation deck, staring at the stars stretching infinitely in every direction. The Milky Way, the Vela system, distant planets and nebulae, they all seemed within reach. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, and the potential was limitless. Lyra joined him silently, her presence steady and reassuring. Together, they looked out at the endless expanse, a partnership of human intuition and technological precision. Alex felt hope, pride, and determination. The station, the node, and even the systems that once threatened chaos were now symbols of human potential. Tomorrow, we continue, Alex said quietly. Tomorrow, we explore, learn, and grow. Humanity will not just survive here. It will thrive. Lyra's silver eyes gleamed softly. Yes, Mr. Carter. And you will guide that journey. The universe is vast, but humans are ready. Resilient, inventive, and courageous. You will meet every challenge with determination. Alex nodded. He understood now that humanity's greatest strength was not the technology they built, but themselves. Their creativity, courage, and adaptability had carried them from Earth to the stars, and it would continue to guide them through the unknown. In the quiet hum of Eos Station, the lights of the distant planet reflecting across the observation deck, Alex Carter felt a deep sense of accomplishment. He had faced challenges, collaborated with advanced AI, and preserved life and stability on a fragile orbital habitat. And as he stood there, gazing at the endless universe, he knew the truth. Humanity's journey had only just begun. They would explore new worlds, master new technologies, and thrive in environments once thought impossible. Because humans were not just survivors, they were innovators, explorers, and creators. And humanity, resilient, brilliant, and unyielding, would rise to meet the stars. Eos Station hummed around him, a testament to human potential, adaptability, and ingenuity. And for Alex Carter, the adventure had only just begun.